How are we doing, folks? Welcome back. Yes, today we've got another product review for you, and it is, well, you've already seen it, it's in the thumbnail, but it's this. It's the Hailea AC9620. Why this? Well, this is where it's going. When this was in the conceptual stage, I wasn't sure whether we were going to have 4 and 4 or 4 and 2, and obviously we've got 4 and 2. These two and the bottom two are currently run by a Tetra 400 air pump. It's got 2 outlets. One goes up, splits, runs these two. One goes down, splits, and runs both of the larger ones. It's doing a fine job. But even though these 2 tanks have had no filtration for the 2 months they've been set up, and the shrimp are doing absolutely fine because, well, you don't need a filter. We're going to do it because that was always the intention. But ever since I saw this thing was available, I've tried to look for reviews. And it's kind of, I've had thoughts. How is it done? Is there one big diaphragm in there that splits into a manifold and then out to 6 outlets? Is it maybe two large diaphragms in there that split to 3 each? Maybe they collect in a plenum, then distribute to 6? Just don't know. There was very little information about it. You see, it did make me wonder because it's adjustable. And apparently, like, actually adjustable and not like in a fluval way where you... I guess there's more bubbles. So I've tried to see some reviews on this. And there are 2 types of review for this. There are those who do not want to talk, and there are those that go, well, it was really, really loud until I capped off the ones I wasn't using. So yes, guys, as with air pumps, if you have ports that you are not using, put hose on them, cap them. That's not the manufacturer's fault if you don't know how to use an air pump. But the first thing I did, oh, and by the way, yeah, I don't have a small head. Like, she's a big girl. Let me tell you. First thing I wanted to do was crack it open because I wanted to know what was inside. And I am quite surprised. There are 6. 3 across the top and 3 across the bottom. 6 little diaphragms in there. Now, I've seen good reviews about them. People seem to love these, and we do run 2 of their linear pistons on the other tanks. They run pretty much all of the other tanks. But the quality is not uniform. Can you hear the squeak? Oh. Just by pressing it, this one has a lot more resistance than this one. Now, I'm not going to bother trying to test that and see what the outcome of that is. But yes, there are 6 individuals. Now, they're obviously all controlled by the... I broke it. Uh-oh. Oh, no! They're all controlled by this on the top. All right? So if you want control further from that, get your valves. It'll be fine. That wasn't me. That was the air pump. So yeah, 6 individual diaphragms. That kind of explains why it's so large. But it's not massively pricey, which does concern me a little bit, I'll be honest. I mean, the 2 Hailea linear piston pumps have been faultless, and they are not designed to run continually. They're not, but they have done for way over 12 months. This, though, it does 14 litres a minute, which is not far off what some of the smaller linear piston pumps do. So I just think, given how much it isn't to buy, how much do I trust it? Because have no doubt, if this was a Fluval or a Tetra name attached to this that was capable of doing 14 litres a minute, I think the price would be sort of measured in organs. Can you hear it? No, you can't. And that's because it's not plugged in. I had it in and I had everything attached. And now I have it back out and looking like this because this is either broken or it is so not even on talking terms with the concept of quiet, let alone silent. I mean, this is a stock room. This is not in the main house. This, you cannot have this in your house. You just can't. On the lowest setting, It's noticeable easily. On the highest setting, there are no words. It is biblically noisy. It seems that nothing is broken. Everything is seated, apparently, where it should be. Yeah, no, do not buy one of these unless you are using it outside and you have neighbors that you absolutely hate. No, definitely do not buy this. Do not buy this. Maybe the ones with just 4 in them are a little quieter, but unless you're going to use it as a musical instrument. Now that I've heard it, I think those reviews that I've seen in multiple places are either deaf people or they're paid for, because it's not quiet, like not even close, let alone silent or super silent. That there's obviously something gone wrong with translation there, and what it should be is noisy. Yeah, it's I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it because it's here. Quite honestly, the eBay seller sent it 24 tracked. Now I have a day job, so I told them you can have it back, because they sent it and 2 weeks later it finally arrived, because I have a day job. You know, the majority of people are not home every day. So the money was not worth it. The wait and the hassle to eventually go and get it picked up was really not worth it. Don't buy one. Just don't. Can you hear it? I bet you can. Either that or the noise cancelling on here is doing its job. But we've nicked a couple of these from the website. Just the tiny little sponge filters. Not the same size that we've got in the rest of them, but we didn't actually have any stock of these. So you can pick these up on wildshrimp.com for, I think, £2.50 or less. Little things. They're awesome. In fact, we've got the big ones up at $3.99. You know, these. $3.99, $2.50. So you can go and get those now if you're in the UK. You don't ship anywhere else. We do ship shrimp to Europe though. That's a definite. Right, so we're going to set these two up, get them in, and I just want you to know that that is on its lowest setting. That noise. It's also been modified. So what I've done is I have taken a piece of this and I have cut it in half, split it, and it is resting in essentially that trough. The feet is sitting in that hole, front and back. Yeah. I'm pretty confident you can hear it now. If the noise cancelling is cancelling that out, I'm impressed with this little microphone. That's on maximum. That's unlivable. That's not okay. Seriously, do not buy this thing. It was a Tetra APS 400 on there before. I think long term, what is going to have to happen is just run 2 of those. Because this, even on its minimum setting, is probably louder than 10 of those running. I cannot stress to you enough. Do not buy this if you have any aspirations of sleep or a quiet life. If you tend to put this anywhere near your house or near civilization, you will not hear the end of it. Don't buy that. Alright guys, so this is the flow we're getting from the larger filters. It's not great. This one just over here is a bit better, which suggests maybe the first one needs its air collar cleaning. The small ones, they're brand new. So yeah, they're pretty good. However, this is the only level that I could even remotely tolerate. It would still need to be turned off for filming out here, I think. And you wouldn't want to spend long out here. And this is on maybe, I don't know, 10, 15% power. Well, guys, there we go. I've turned the noise cancellation off. That noise, no doubt you can hear it. This is like 10, 15% on the dial. It's got a towel over it. It's got boxes in front of it stacked on the shelf. It's not on a shelf, by the way. It's not on a shelf. It's on a solid window, solid brick windowsill. Yeah. And because it's turned all the way down to try and make it livable, the flow's not great. But this did a better job. It was supplying 4 tanks with better air, almost silent. This is a 300. This isn't even the big one. This is, the big one's the 400. This is the model down. That is not acceptable. That, it is my honest opinion that this is garbage and you should not buy it if you intend to have it anywhere near humans. That's it. Don't buy it. Just don't buy it.